want to go back to like, you know, your family and stuff like that. You know, you're known for your videos, and most the most popular ones are like with your brother Phil.
Hmm.
So how is Phil dealing with you kind of taking the spin off to the fame on Wildin' Out and like, you know, acting and stuff like that? Are you guys still very close?
Oh yeah, man, that's my brother. We're gonna always be close, man. You know, I love Phil, man. And to be honest with you, a lot of people don't understand that a lot of my success, you know, he had a lot to do with, because you guys see the lights, but you don't see the light bill. And what I mean by that is we work well together. So, you know, some of the stuff, some of the concepts, and some of the videos that we came up with, it wouldn't have happened if I didn't have his mindset. But from the very beginning, I'm not gonna lie, from the very beginning, Phil was never really, you know, like I went to school for theater. You know what I'm saying? So that's always been my passion, to like act and entertain. Phil went to school for being a school teacher. He wanted to be a teacher or whatever. But once the ball got rolling and the money started coming in, he kind of ventured into, you know, entertaining. And he's not salty or anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows, like, I got him. And with this, with a new year being started and everything, it's more content. It's more content coming with me and Phil. And a lot of the things Philip is behind, like he writes a bunch of scripts. You know what I'm saying? He's very creative. He's very, you know, very just energetic when it comes to, you know, writing material and delivering things like that. So, like I said, man, none of my success could have happened without him. And he's happy for me, man. He's one of my biggest fans, and he supports me no matter what. Cause like I said, man, if it was up to me, my whole family would be on my back. I would love for all of them to have their own money so they can stop, you know, calling me. Mom is just, love you, Mom. Quit calling me. But yeah, I just, you know, I want to take it upon myself and take care of my family. So he's a big supporter of that. He ain't got nothing to worry about. None of them do.
Right. And when you took up the challenge to do your own video, your comedy videos and stuff like that, where did the ideas come up with for the Ratchet video and No Questions?
The truth, you know, honesty is the best comedy. A lot of these people, they want to exaggerate and try to, not exaggerate, but they just want to embellish stuff. And that ain't me. Like, the reason why Ratchet Girl Anthem and Church Folks and Questions and most of those videos hit is because it's the truth. And it's funny because it is the truth. You know, like in relationships, guys lie and the girls are insecure. And once you just put it together and just make fun of yourself and just make fun of your insecurities, it's gonna hit. It's timeless. That's the key. Like, a lot of these people make songs and they make material for right now. We try to think long term. Like, our kids can listen to Questions because their relationships happen every day. I know how y'all do. Relationships happen every day, B. You know? So, same thing with Ratchet Girls. You're gonna always, the world would not spin if you don't have any Ratchet Girls. It's like
Right.
a give and take. So it's timeless music.
You guys made Ratchet a popular term.
Uh,
So, I mean, but why?
what's the name? Little Tornado Chris, Hurricane Chris. Yeah, that's what it was. He can't. Let's get ratchet. Let's get ratchet. That whole Boosie era. So
Yeah.
we never take credit for, you know, starting something. There's nothing new under the sun.
Well, for
But,
the social media
you know,
age is what I'm saying. You brought it back to the forefront.
although a fun fact, we do own the word ratchet. I don't know how long you can own it. That was like we got it like 2 years ago, but if you Google it, Emmanuel and Philip Hudson, and unfortunately two other people own the word ratchet. You know,
Who are the two other folks?
they get no love from me. Okay, it was just bad management, and I ain't.
Have you seen any coins from that?
Have I seen any corn from that? Not bad management. So not that I know of. Kids, pick the right management. Because if you own something, you might not be receiving the currency you're supposed to receive because you get bad management. So it's probably
Oh,
so much money out there that I haven't touched because of bad management.
oh yeah.
Fortunately, I'm not with them anymore. So, you know, that's good, but it's cool. I
I mean,
mean,
well, could you still like make money off of it as far as merchandising and stuff like that?
Yeah. I can, but the type of person me and my little brother is, we don't like to dwell in the past. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people will say, hey, well, you guys should, you should run this to the ground, or you should keep this up. We literally make a song, make a video, put it out, and move on to the next. Now, it's a blessing and a curse, because, if you got something, you want to try to get every, type of currency you can from it, like just pull from different areas, merchandise and things like that. But we try to stay with how we started. You know what I'm saying? We didn't do it for the fame. We did it because, like, it made us laugh. And that's one thing we like to stick with. Like, anytime we put out material, don't get me wrong, we love our fans and we appreciate the support, but it's really for us. Like, if you laugh at it, you laugh at it. If you don't, you don't. Like, now, if we make a video and before we put it out and we don't think it's funny, we're not gonna put it out. That way, you know what I'm saying, if we do put it out, we're happy with it. And we don't care if it does numbers. That's the thing. We don't care if we never try to go viral. We just put something out because it's funny to us, and people, it's 7 billion people on this earth. Somebody gonna like it,
Right. Now, as far as using the term ratchet, right? And it's about a ratchet girl, whatever. Did you get any backlash from women? Because it seems like you can't use ratchet you can never call a guy ratchet.
You can't call a guy ratchet?
I mean, I don't hear a lot of people calling guys ratchet. It seems like that's more so what they use to call women.
Ratchet is no gender role. There's no gender title. Okay, ratchet is a lifestyle. That's what ratchet is. And I can't help that. Unfortunately, you tend to see women do more ratchet things, so it's kind of hard to point the finger at the guy and be like, "Yo, my nigga, you ratchet." You know what I'm saying? It just, they can be ratchet.
Can you give me an example then of how a girl can be ratchet and how a guy can be ratchet?
You said what now?
Can you give me like examples of how a girl can be ratchet and how a guy can be ratchet?
Well, I'm not gonna try to make anything up. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. I went to a club down here, and literally, a girl was pregnant. Like just 10 months pregnant at that. Like, I don't know what was going on. She had her shoes off in the middle of the club. Didn't care. Like, walked out with a liquor straw stuck to the bottom of her foot. You don't do stuff like that. Now, guys, I don't know. Like, I don't pay attention to guys like that to know what they do is ratchet. But I'm pretty sure. This could be ratchet for a guy, taking a child support check and going to get you a Fendi belt. That's, it's a lifestyle.
Right.
So that's pretty ratchet, man.
And like, what's the difference between those instances, it being called ghetto versus ratchet? Because people throw around ghetto like it's, now they use ratchet, they like, instead of saying ghetto. Like, nobody really says, yo, you're ghetto anymore.
I think ghetto is something you can't, like, you were brought up into, you know what I'm saying? You was raised, like that's a learned behavior. Ratchet is a decision. That ghetto is a learned behavior. That's something we can't, I'm not gonna say we can't help. Fortunately, I didn't live in the ghetto, but that's like, that whole, the white man put the black people in the ghetto for a reason. That's that. You can't help, you train, you was raised where you was. But ratchet, you sat there and thought about the right way to do something and then the easy way to do something. So the ratchet is a decision making. That got something to do with your decision making skills. But ghetto is that's learned behavior, trained,
yeah,
whatever you want to call it.